Thank you all for attending this session, and thank you for organizer to give me this opportunity to present something today about smart coaching in digital mines, because we are maybe a little familiar with the digital transformation in mining. We are speaking about artificial intelligence, machine learning, etc. But it's important for us to know how we can make this culture and how we can use these new tools. I'm speaking about AI to work as a virtual assistant for people and help them to improve their the performance of their work. I'm Soofastaei, and I'm from Vale. I'm working as an AI program leader in AI Center. Vale is one of the largest iron ore producer and biggest producer of nickel in the world. And we are operating the mine sites in a lot of countries across the world. And one of the area that Vale is interested to work on that is using AI and applied machine learning in different operations. I graduated from the University of Queensland in the field of AI application in mining, and in the last 15 years ago, I had a chance to work in this area practically in the industry for different companies. I joined Vale around 6 years ago. As you can see in this slide, Vale has been ranked 19 between the 15 innovative companies in the world. We believe that this is a big achievement for us, where we have just 2 mining companies in the list. And Rio Tinto has been ranked as 49. But the reason that we reached to this achievement is the management decision when we decided to use the new technology and new science, specifically for digital transformation, specifically for in the field of data and investing on AI and machine learning. Where you can see some companies same as Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Samsung, and Netflix in the list, ranked as a 19 between these type of the innovative companies is a big achievement for Vale. AI Center is physically is located in Vitória. Vitória is the capital city of Espírito Santo in Brazil, but this is just a physical office, but all my colleagues and friends working around the world. For example, I'm working from Australia. We have some people working from Toronto in Canada and in Indonesia, everywhere. And we try to develop the AI application through the mine value chain for different operation in Vale. One of the difference between Vale decision with other mining companies is working with universities, research centers, and OEMs actively. We believe that if you want to speak about digital transformation or using AI or any age of knowledge, we need to be in contact with universities. And right now, we are working in the field of research. We are working with around 20 universities around the world, and you can see some of them here, especially in Canada and in the United States. We nominated some new research centers and startups and starting work with them. The scope of work for AI Center is mine supply chain. Starting from exploration and the end, you can see some environment, community, society, and marketing, shipping, logistics, etc. It means that there is not any limitation to use this type of sophisticated models and intelligent application in the mine supply chain. But it's clear that based on some limitation and the priorities that we have in Vale, we are not active right now in all of the boxes that you can see here, but this is a plan. This is a roadmap for us to make integrated models to cover all of the operation mentioned here. Yes, we had a very good experience in exploration in surface mining, and are extending now our knowledge and experience for logistic projects, locomotive and railroads, shippings, and marketing. The AI Center Foundation have four main types of activities. We are not just focusing on developing the AI tools and AI and machine learning application, because we believe that digital transformation is a culture, and we need to make sure we are mature enough in all mentioned areas here, for example, for people, for technology, for system, to use this type of new science practically in our company. Based on this reason, AI Center is active not just for making the platform or tools. We are active on the resources and capabilities. We are working actively in the field of research and training. As I mentioned, we are working with universities, we are working with research centers. We are organizing some educational programs internally for Vale employee as a boot camp or as a short-term or medium-term programs. And also, we are thinking about sustainability, and we try to develop the scalable products for Vale, because Vale now is operating many mine sites, and it doesn't make sense to just develop one specific application for one mine. It's important for us to make sure we can use any developed application in different mine sites in Vale. Today, I tried, before going to the smart coaching, I really like to show you the very simple slide related to the research and development model in AI Center. We are not university, we are not research center, we are industry. And in industry, we need to try on the business challenges and specific problems that we have in operation or in the maintenance. So the starting point for all of our initiatives is business. And we are receiving the challenges and business problems from mining processes, railroad, platizing, ports, etc. All of these problems, business problems, gathering in one hub, the innovation hub, to speak about the business challenges and initiative discoveries. As far as we found that we can provide a data-based or analytical-based solution for the problem, we need to set the priority, because now we have many initiatives, and in other side we have many limitations as well for the resources, for the budget, etc. So based on some KPIs that we have, for example, the potential benefit for the project, we need to prioritize the projects and then making a plan, same as other mining projects and engineering projects that we have. But in the heart of research and development model, you can see the research box. In the research box, we try to outsource our problems, specifically in the field of the research, with other groups or other partners that we are working with them, like universities, OEMs, technology developers, because we believe that the business problems related to the AI or machine learning or any new science cannot be solved just by focusing on internal resources. And we are happy to share our problems and supporting the researchers to work in this area. As a real example, I was doing my research at the University of Queensland, and Vale found me and asked me to join Vale to make an AI product for them. And I'm speaking about 6 years ago. But after making the initial solution for the business problems, we need to validate that, and we are using some agile methodology to complete MVP for the business and testing and validating this small case as a pilot. As soon as we could reach to the reliable achievements and results, we will work with our partners to make the final product. We are working with IBM, Accenture, Deloitte, and other IT companies. So let's see one example. As you may know, the fuel consumption in surface mines is one of the big challenges that mine managers are facing with it. One truck can consume more than 110 or 115 liter diesel per hour. And it's a big challenge. And it's a big challenge for environment as well, because consuming the diesel, it's equal to generating the CO2 equivalent and gas emissions. So all mining companies across the world now try to find how they can reduce the fuel consumption. But it's not easy, because maybe you can identify the effective parameters on whole truck fuel consumption and making any application, AI application or other applications to optimize the effective parameters aimed to reduce the fuel consumption. But we need to make sure any change in the fleet management atmosphere doesn't have any side effect on other areas. You cannot change the operation parameters when your maintenance cost will be increased, or maybe the gas emission will be increased, or so it means that all of these boxes that I mentioned in this slide are linked together: operation, maintenance, environment, and fuel consumption. And you need to think about the benefit as a margin, the difference between the cost and benefit for all of these dimensions. And for this type of the problems, artificial intelligence can help us very well, because it's a multidimensional approach to solve the problem. But as you can see, we are facing with the integrated model to develop AI application for improve the energy efficiency in surface mines. In this specific application, we have three sections. The first section is about the prediction, and we try to predict how many liters of diesel should be burned to move mine material in the surface in different shift, different date, or something like that. But this is just prediction. After prediction, we need to think about how we can optimize the effective parameters, because the aim of the project is improving the energy efficiency and reducing the fuel consumption. And later on, when we are speaking about smart coaching, and when we are speaking about the optimization by AI, we need to think about making decision, and we need to generate some advices for operators, for supervisors, for managers to deploy and reduce the fuel consumption. This is the screenshot of the dashboard of the application that we developed. This is the smart dashboard. You have access to the people profile and people performance, and also you have access to the whole truck profile and performance. And we are using the color code here. Green color means that the operation condition is good enough. There is not any new advices to improve their activities. And the orange one, or maybe a red one, shows that you need to be concerned about this specific truck. And by clicking just one truck, you not only can see what happened in the past, and you can see the historical behavior and historical data information for the truck, but also you can predict what will be happening in the future if you want to continue this operation with the same approach. So, but the beauty of this project is people. You can click on the people, and you can see you have access to the list of the people here. You can click on the people, and you will have access to their performance. You can see all related parameters to the people in different level, for truck driver, for supervisors, for shift manager, and so on. And you can see all of the controllable parameters by the people, the prediction and the history. And based on this, application automatically can generate some new advices for the people. And this is a smart coaching system that I explained for you. And for all controllable parameters, the people have access to some suggestions to improve the performance. And this is the self-improvement tool. And all people have access to generated advices on time and online. For different people, since we have different activities and different authority to change the parameters, the application can generate different graphs and different advices. The previous one was for the shift manager, and the second one here is for drive. We already developed the mobile application for this, and the people have access to different features of the application and based on their authority. And the mobile version working exactly same as the desktop version, and the people have access to the profile of the machines and people, and they can check all generated advices. But in the mobile version, we have some other features as well. For example, the one mine manager or supervisor have access to the profile of his crew, and the application can generate advices here in one screen for the manager. And every 5 seconds, you can sync and you can synchronize the application to fit the new data and fresh data to the application. Another thing that is important is the target line and comparing the performance of the people with the target line in the 7 days, but it's just the initial generated window, but you can change it and you can customize it. And also this application has this capability to rank the people based on their performance. This ranking is calculated based on the operator's individual performance, and the aim of this ranking is just helping people to, or training them to have a better performance. And each people, there's the same target line and can see his performance, and any notification here highlighted by red show any opportunity. Opportunity means that the application identified some a gap between the to-be condition and as is. Yep, no problem. And also the application can generate some notification here. So, and also generate the different types of reports. But the important thing here is that we are speaking about a smart coaching system. And we need to encourage people to follow up this approach. To encourage them, the Vale approach is sharing some benefit with the people who are making the benefit for Vale. And we're celebrating the achievements and send this message to operators that AI and smart applications can help them to have a better performance. In this slide, you can see some slides for the results of this smart coaching application in different mine sites. I tested this model in different mine sites across the board for different companies because this was the part of my PhD thesis. I had a chance to work in Cerrito mine and with Freeport McMoran, and you can see the result of using this application. The fuel improvement was 3.3, and the productivity improvement was 2.4. For Kayenta mine, it's another coal mine site operated by Peabody Energy. The fuel improvement was 4.6, and the productivity improvement 3.2. I tested this model in different areas because I wanted to make sure we have the scalable product and we have a sustained product, and we can use this product in different areas for different companies in different conditions for different mine products. And last one is for Vale. Use this application in Carajás. And in the left side, you can see the actual data before using this application is the fuel consumption index here. Fuel consumption means how many liters of diesel should be consumed to move 1 ton of mine material in 1 hour. And obviously, we can see what happened after using this application. This is the optimized results. And the fuel improvement was 6.6, and the productivity improvement was just 5%. As I told you, it's not easy to use this type of application easily because in the advanced maturity, we have different levels, and all mine sites right now located in the sense and respond. And to use this type of a smart coaching system, we need to move them from sense and response to predict and act. If we can change the maturity of the companies, we cannot use them. To do this, we already developed a maturity framework to assess the current situation, to find the as-is situation for the companies, and highlighted here, for example, in the red line, and clarify the to-be condition for them to use the smart coaching system, and then cover the gap to make sure that this application would be can be practically used this companies. Vale right now is using the very sophisticated application to clarify the maturity of company in different areas, and you can see, can just click on the region, click on the year, and you can find the maturity of company for data, for people, for system, and for process to make sure you can use this smart coaching system. It's necessary, and this is the initial step when we're speaking about AI deployment or AI application in mining. So I wanted just at the end to introduce 3 reference books in this area that we recently published, because we believe that we need to provide some material for new researchers and new generation of mine managers who are interested in using this new technology in mining. All of these books right now are available in Amazon everywhere, and you can search them and you can download them, or you can have the hard copy of them. All right, thank you so much again for giving me this opportunity. I'm ready to answer any question.
Thank you, Ali. And we will make those links available to those books as well as your talk after for anybody that's interested. So I have 4 questions for you, if you don't mind. So the first one is, what has been the acceptance level of the mobile app? How do the operators interact with the mobile app? And do they get involved in the process?
Yes, the mobile app right now is ready, developed by one company in Santiago in Chile named Indimin, the new innovation in digital mining companies. And the mobile app has this capability to connect with the data lake and downloading any data and information, also uploading the data to the system. And the mobile app has this capability also to make notifications, send text, send email, and also you can make a call, and you can have the connection. We can make a connection between the people, operation people, and management in the fleet.
Great, thank you. So the next question is, what were the major differences between the 2 sites? One site had a 3.3%, I can't exactly remember the specific site, and the other had a 9.1% improvement. So what were the main differences between those? Because that's such a big difference.
Yeah, the main difference is the difference between maturity. I told you that we need to assess the companies and and evaluate the mine site condition. We are using AI, and AI is a sophisticated technology, but it's not a magic. It means that the accuracy of the model and the accuracy of the achievement are directly related to the data that you're feeding to the model. When you have the claims data or the very high quality data, definitely you can reach to the better results. And the difference between the achievements is related to the difference between the maturity of data and the quality of data that fit the model, because we are working with the self-training system, and any bias or any the outlier can make some problems for the application. Another thing is the technology and the level of using the system in the mine sites. When you are using the old system, they don't have access to the cloud-based data lake. Even you need to use the local servers. So definitely the accuracy of the developed models will be decreased. So the difference achievements The reason of having the different achievements is related to the different maturity for data, for people, technology, and system.
Thanks. And we have a question from the chat that just mentions, do you use this system in conjunction with FMS systems or other available tools on site?
Yes, exactly. This application can be connected with the other fleet management application and system. For example, can link with Modular, developed by Kumaso, or work with MineStar, developed by Caterpillar. Because it's not an individual application, we had to work with OEMs to make sure this application is fully connected with other softwares, applications, and also the sensors that you are using them to collect the data in the system. So yeah, it's fully connected and integrated application with other existing softwares and products that we are using for fleet management.
Thank you. And the last question is, you mentioned a little bit about accuracy. So how accurate are these model predictions, and what can we do to ensure that these models maintain a high level of accuracy?
Mm-hmm. It's a good question. The acceptable accuracy for us right now for this type of the model is more than 85%. It's very hard to reach to this type of accuracy. But if we couldn't reach to it, we cannot make any intelligent suggestions. In some cases, the accuracy is less than 85%, and you need to work on the data, and you need to work to the amount of the data that you are feeding to the model. Having access to the big historical data is important, and having access to the accurate data is important as well. Because we are using, for example, artificial neural network for prediction, and we are using genetic algorithm for optimization. It doesn't matter. Maybe you can change the models, but all of this type of the model needs the accurate data to train, and we are using the self-training system. If we cannot reach to the 85% as a acceptable level of accuracy, we need to complete pre-work to improve the accuracy of the data that we are using, and maybe increase the amount of the data, increase the historical data feeding to the model to train the models better.
Great, thank you. Well, that's all the questions we have. Thank you so much. I know it was early for you, so we really appreciate you sharing your time, and I'm sure the audience does as well.